Hello everybody, Scratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. In this video, we're gonna focus on dungeon progression, so it's gonna be an account takeover for Alzakar from the Superior Potion clan. Guys, you gotta make sure you send me like 1,000 Superior Potions from each one of them, so I never have to farm the keeps ever again. And do that to every single viewer, right? Because you're from the Superior Potions clan. Appreciate that. So how I said, it's gonna be a takeover. Now, this account somehow is being blessed with God tier legendaries. Like, I haven't seen an account with such a small amount of legendaries and to have the quality of legendaries we have on this account. So we have a Siphi, we have a Gurgo, we have a Blind Seer, we have a Tranda, and we have a Valkyrie. All those champions were pulled from shards as legendaries. Like, what are the chances to start with these strong champions? Honestly, like, is actually ridiculous. So we're not gonna use a lot of these legendary champions in dungeons. At the moment, he is more than able to beat all the stages, but I haven't done a video on dungeons in a long time. So what we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna make faster teams, more reliable teams for him to be able to farm the dungeons faster. He doesn't have the best gear out there, so we're gonna build different teams for every single dungeon. So we spent a ton of silver, we rebuilt a lot of champions, but honestly, I'm pretty happy we've achieved some pretty good results. For whoever wants to see the whole process of building the champions, regearing them, what sort of decisions to take when we're picking the champions, etc., feel free to check it out on Twitch. You'll be finding it live from yesterday's stream if you're curious about that. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to chuck everything in here because it was gonna be like a 2 hours long video, so we don't want to have that in here. So I'm gonna show you first what champions we rebuild, how we rebuild them, show you some masteries, and then talk about every single team for every single dungeon and talk about different champions that you could use to replace what we're running in our teams, and see the times we got and the rest of the things. So first, we're gonna start with Blind Seer. We gave her a Relentless set and a Perception set. We're using her in the Fire Knight and in the Ice Golem. I find her like a very strong support champion, not only for the Fire Knight, but for the Ice Golem as well. Buffing the shield, block debuffs, and revive on the whole team with block damage is extremely strong. So I definitely would pick her over Siphi for that sort of job, especially when we have the stats we have on the champions we're running. So Relentless set, Perception, Masteries. Unfortunately, she has no Masteries yet. She's not fully booked because we didn't have enough books to get her done. He wasn't using her before, so we only managed to book this, which this is pretty important. Then this is important for the Fire Knight as well, but this wouldn't have been bad to be fully booked either. Masteries, as I said, we're not running Masteries on her at the moment. Total stats, we have 37k HP, 2.5k defense, 236 speed. So what I focused on her is getting a lot of speed and Relentless, because we haven't booked her fully, and just to make sure she's able to revive as many times as possible and buff the team with shield as many times as possible, we said we're going to give her Relentless. I know it's RNG, but most of the times she will be getting an extra turn here and there. Then we don't have the gear maxed either because I burned so much silver, I think like 30-40 million silver in regearing all the champions. So unfortunately, I was not able to max every single piece of gear on all the champions, because that would take me up to probably like 60-70 plus million to max the gear on everyone. We have a HP, defense chest, speed boots, that's the banner, accuracy banner, defense amulet, and we have a defense ring as well. So that's Blind Seer, guys. Second legendary we're gonna use in here, and probably will be the only one next to Blind Seer, is Sile of the Drakes. Super strong champion. I actually did not change a single thing on her. That's the build she had before, so I didn't have to do anything. 48k HP, 4k defense, 219 speed, accuracy, full crit rate. She's on Relentless as well. Super strong healer. I don't really need to tell you about Sile of the Drakes, but for whoever is new at the game, you will be getting her for free from the daily login rewards. She's an extremely powerful champion. Honestly, she's great everywhere in the game. Doom Tower, Faction Wars, dungeons, even in arena when you're starting early mid game till you start reaching those super strong teams. These are the masteries on her, so we're running War Master, we're running the defense tree on her. So nothing too crazy on masteries, honestly. Then the next champion we are gonna use from all this list is Rugnor Gold Glimpse. So we're only using him in the spider as a debuffer for defense down and weaken. Honestly, you don't need him at 60. As long as you manage to get the right speed and accuracy on him, you can keep him even at 40, honestly. He's not required to go at 60. So stats that we have on him, we focus purely on speed and on accuracy. So we have 31k HP, a bit of attack, defense, 222 speed, almost full crit rate, and 265 accuracy. So if his purpose is only as a debuffer, honestly, I would not worry about anything else. Masteries, again, we have no masteries on him. You do need books for his A3. We haven't got lucky with the book, so we actually had to book the whole kit, but his sole purpose will be for the spider only as a debuffer, nothing else. Then the next champion we have built here, and he's gonna be for the spider as well to ensure the run is gonna be at 100% success rate, is Miscreated Monster, and he's for the spider as well. That's the only place where we use him. So we gave him a crit rate set, an immortal set, and we gave him a normal HP set. So I see this mistake on a lot of new accounts when you're building your Miscreated Monster for dungeons mainly, and not just dungeons, faction wars, Doom Tower, etc. The main thing you want to focus on him is crit rate. Once you've done the crit rate, go to crit damage, then go to HP and go to speed. So if he doesn't crit, if he doesn't have a decent amount of crit damage, the shield is not going to be very powerful. So you want to make sure he hits for some amount of decent damage in order to apply a decent shield to the rest of the allies. So the total stats we have on him: 70k HP, 1.7k attack, 1.6k defense, 172 speed. I wish we could have gotten a bit more speed here, but unfortunately it didn't happen, and we are short on 4 crit rate, which can cost us quite a bit, but not necessarily on the spider because we have so many spiderlings, so we're gonna be fine there. But for the rest, if you decide to use him somewhere else, I would suggest you to definitely try and get that full crit rate. Unfortunately, we are waiting for an upgrade on a piece of gear to be able to do that. 191 crit damage, 170 accuracy, 160 resistance. So the spiderlings will get debuffed with this amount of accuracy. We're not gonna be able to debuff the boss with him anyway, so accuracy wise I think is more than fine for the spiderlings. We have a crit damage gauntlet, HP chest, speed boots. That's the weapon right here, the helmet, a lot of HP, how you guys can see, and again with the shield a lot of HP. We have a HP ring, which is not maxed either, crit damage amulet, and we have an accuracy banner. Masteries, we have offense and support tree. So we have a deadly precision and all the way down to flawless execution. So we kind of gave him a nuke sort of a build on the masteries, and on support we have a pinpoint accuracy. We're going down to Evil Eye. The reason I haven't picked the path to go down on lasting gifts on him is because of faction wars, for example. When we're gonna reach stage 21 and we're gonna go against the boss is stealing buffs. So if the allies will have an increased ally protection, the boss is gonna steal that, and that will kill Miscreated Monster. Because the boss will steal the ally protection, is gonna be a nasty thing to happen, so you definitely want to avoid that. But those are the masteries on him. The next champion we have on the list and we rebuilt is no one else than Tyrell. We actually gave him a damage build. He's running him in Clan Boss as well, so I think he's on a pretty solid build at the moment. We have him on 2 perception sets and a divine speed set. Total stats: 32k HP, 4.1k defense, 196 speed, full crit rate, 195 crit damage, and we have a bit too much accuracy on him, but like this he can use him in the Doom Tower as well, so 297 accuracy. Crit damage gauntlet, defense chest piece, speed boots, defense amulet, crit damage defense ring, crit damage amulet, and we have accuracy banner on him. Masteries, typical War Master and defense tree for a PvE clan boss sort of build, so War Master on him here. So that's Tyrell. Then we have Royal Guard. We rebuild him as well on an attack set and 2 crit damage sets. Total stats on him: 32k HP, 3.4k attack, 2.3k defense, 196 speed, full crit rate, 250 crit damage. So he looks pretty badass. He can do a pretty good amount of damage like this. He has good stats overall, good defense, good HP. So I can't really complain about it. Decent amount of attack as well. Accuracy wise, not really, but then we can have them all in one go. So that's the gauntlet, chest piece, attack ring, 3 damage amulet, defense banner. Now, enemy max HP hitters, when they're actually using the skill that deals damage on enemy max HP, I know it says attack as well, but you should not be worrying about focusing on attack. It doesn't increase the damage they're gonna do on bosses, okay? The only thing that's gonna benefit him from attack is his A1 and A3. That's about it, but not the most important skill that we care about. So don't worry about that. Masteries, offense, support 3, and Helm Smasher as tier 6. Again, damage build here. Then we have Stag Knight. His masteries are not completed just yet. We built him for damage as well. I haven't been able to max the gear on him either, unfortunately, but you can get an idea of what sort of stats he's having and what we'll have later on. So we focus speed, crit rate, crit damage, accuracy, and we try to give him a bit of attack as well. We have him on a cruel set, a crit damage set, and a broken set. Crit damage gauntlets, attack chest piece, speed boots, defense ring with a bit of attack there. We haven't found a better ring. I would give him an attack ring without having second thoughts. Defense amulet. Again, I didn't have a crit damage amulet. I would put that on him. And we have an accuracy banner. Total stats: 37k HP, 2.2k attack. I would like to take this attack over 3k if possible, or near that. 2.1k defense, 224 speed, full crit rate, 143 crit damage, 234 accuracy. And masteries, how you guys can see, they're not ready yet, but we're gonna go on a damage build with him as well. Probably we're gonna get flawless execution, depending on how much crit damage we can get on him once we are able to change all that. He's fully booked as well. So a lot of you guys are not really aware, Stag Knight can deal some pretty good damage as well. He's not at a level with Tyrell when we're talking about damage, but he can help to kill the waves faster, help your nukers, for example, on the waves. So don't sleep on him just by tanking him a lot, because honestly, he's tanky enough the way he is. He's not gonna get one-shotted, so definitely try to build him for damage if you can. Then we have the superstar of the Ice Golem, Phoenix. He's a beast of a champion. If you haven't seen the video on Phoenix, guys, make sure you guys go check him out. You'll be changing your opinion on him if you kept him in the vault so far. So we have him on a divine speed set, we have him on a cruel set, and a broken set. Total stats: 29k HP, almost 30k, 4.7k attack, 1.7k defense, 188 speed, 99 crit rate, unfortunately, still not 100, 178 crit damage. We haven't went with accuracy, and once we get to the Ice Golem, I'm gonna explain you the reason why. We still gotta max the ring here, the helmet. So the ring is actually pretty badass. Hopefully we're getting another roll on attack. We gotta max the amulet, crit damage, and we have an attack banner. Masteries: nuke and nuke more. So we have Helm Smasher as tier 6. And we went with Retribution on the defense tree. We wanted the counter attack rather than support, just to get a few more hits in there on the boss. Then we have 3 cold hearts. 3 cold hearts that we're gonna run on the spider, and the same 3 cold hearts we're gonna run on the Fire Knight. Now, he got blessed by the gods of RNG to have these strong legendary champions, and then on top of it, he got blessed to have 3 cold hearts as well. I waited for my cold heart over 8 months to get my first one, so he definitely got blessed. So let's have a quick look at the first one. We do kind of need to improve a bit the crit rate over time. We gotta get better gear. 30k HP, 2.3k attack, 1.7k defense, 162 speed, 73 crit rate, 251 crit damage. A bit an overkill on accuracy here. We have crit damage gauntlet. It doesn't really matter what sort of chest pieces you give them. If you are planning to run them on the spider only, honestly, anything works. If you're planning to run them on the Fire Knight as well, You might want to try to give them a bit of attack as well to be able to kill the waves faster. Accuracy banner on them, speed boots. This is the second one. We have more speed on this one. Pretty good accuracy, more crit rate, more attack. So this one is more focused to Doom Tower as well, towards the Doom Tower and towards the Fire Knight rather than just Spider. It's pretty hard to build so many champions in one go when you're limited on the gear, so we actually had to break some champions to be able to build these champions on proper standards for the dungeons, to say like this. This is the next Whole Heart here as well. Pretty good on attack, pretty good on crit damage, accuracy, speed. She needs a bit of more crit rate, so I kind of want to take them 90 crit rate if we can for the Fire Knight, would be amazing. Masteries, that's what we have on all of them so far, so Pure Nuke as well, Helm Smasher. Once you pass the threshold of 200-220 crit damage on your enemy max HP hitters, definitely go on Helm Smasher. They will benefit a lot, they'll be getting a lot of more damage than by using Flawless Execution. So if you're running that, make sure you guys are changing it to Helm Smasher. Then the next champions we're gonna use, we have two more on the list here, guys. Frozen Banshee and Kael. So we're gonna use these two on the dragon. This is Frozen Banshee. Total stats on her. I don't want her to do much. I really need her to drop those poisons on the boss. How you guys can see, she has a pretty low amount of HP, high defense. I will explain you in a second why I gave her the HP she has right now. And then we have Kael right here. He's gonna help to nuke the waves and help us pass faster from those stages to get to the boss. 31k HP, 3.2k attack, 186 speed, 102 crit rate, 209 crit damage, and no accuracy because we gave him an attack banner. I want him to deal a ton of damage. Now, the reason I focus more attack on him was because I want the ads on the waves to target Frozen Banshee. And even if they kill her, it's fine, because we're gonna have a reviver. But then, if Kael is not dead, we're gonna be able to beat the waves faster, because our main DPS is still gonna be alive and throwing damage, while Frozen Banshee is kind of the bait in there, okay? So that's why we gave her a lower amount of HP. Once we get to that part, you guys are gonna be able to see how everything works. So these are the champions we rebuilt for all 4 dungeons in the game. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 champions built for 4 dungeons, guys. So we're gonna start quickly with the Spider, so you guys can see what we've done there. So he had his team around 1 minute average time, 50 seconds to 1 minute, something like that. We took it down to a best time of 24 seconds. This is the team right here. I know it's a very powerful team for this dungeon. He got blessed enough, how I said, to have all these champions to make this dungeon a walk in the park. So 3 Cold Hearts, Miscreated Monster. If you're not lucky enough to have enemy max HP hitters, HP burn strategy works fine. If you are not lucky enough to have a Miscreated Monster but you have enemy max HP hitters, bringing in a resin to tank the Spiderlings can work just fine. All the Spiderlings will focus resin. If you put him on lifesteal with counter attack masteries, hitting a War Master hit, a Giant Slayer hit, sorry, on the boss or anything like that will take him back to full HP. So then he's just gonna stay alive without a problem. So let's see what this team can do here. We got resisted on Weaken actually there from our little dwarf. So we're gonna have to make another rotation 100% here. The Spider will get to heal at least once. But let's see how will that turn out. We do have Leech here as well from him, which doesn't really mean a lot for Cold Hearts unless they're hitting with A3 on the boss. Okay, so we got that Weaken now. We still have to wait for a couple of rotations. We got the shield backup on that Cold Heart. She was getting low as well. We're definitely gonna lose at least 1 Cold Heart, if not 2, once we get to this part here. Okay, so seems like the dwarf is getting pretty low here as well. If he would have War Master, because we have Leech on the boss, he would get to heal pretty much on full HP almost. But I think it comes in play. 1 hit, 2 million damage. That's the power of a Helm Smasher. Is like 400k more damage than the other Cold Heart does if the Helm Smasher doesn't proc. So 1 minute 23 seconds because we got resisted. Let's give it another go and see what happens. Of course, if Helm Smasher doesn't proc either, it's not gonna be as easy, but at least it's 100% success rate on it. So that's the main thing that that we care about, right? To make sure we win it 100% and we have a decent time as well. So 1.7 million, 1.6 million. We haven't ignored defense, so we're not gonna be able to one-shot it here. I mean, Helm Smasher didn't proc on them, unfortunately, to ignore that defense. So it's still gonna go a bit over 1 minute. We're gonna have to wait for another hit from All Hearts A3 from the Heartseeker. But when the RNG is on our side, we're doing it in under 30 seconds, which is pretty good. There we go, the shield back up. So you see, Miscreated Monster generates a big shield because of the way we built him. If you're not giving him full crit rate and some crit damage, and then give him an amount of HP, whatever you can obtain from your gear, you won't be getting such a nice shield. So that's a thing to keep in mind when you're building your Miscreated Monster, or a Sir Nicholas, or champions that they generate shield on based on damage. Okay, seems like she got tired. She's having a sleep there. 1 minute 20 seconds. So that's the Spider team right here, guys. 100% success. I'm happy with that. Now let's move over to the Fire Knight. He had around 3 minutes as best time. We got him down to 1 minute and 40 seconds best time. So what we're gonna run here is Stag Knight, 3 Cold Hearts, and Blind Seer. Blind Seer is a very powerful champion here. Now, if you don't have a Blind Seer, you can use Arbiter instead. Benefits and a disadvantage from it: no shield, no block debuffs. You will have attack up from Arbiter, turn meter boost. So I think in time they kind of pretty much gonna equal. With Arbiter it might be a bit faster, but then I find it more reliable with Blind Seer. Stag Knight as well, how I said, he's built for a bit of damage, so he helps as well to clear the waves here. If the Cold Hearts would have more crit rate, they will be clearing the waves a bit faster. If you have a Seer to throw in this team as well instead of 1 Cold Heart, would work amazing as well. You'll be clearing the first wave super quick, so that will allow you to get to the boss in like 40 seconds. So you'll be running this much faster, to say like this. And 2 Cold Hearts are honestly more than enough with a Blind Seer and a Stag Knight to take down the shield. Especially now that they fixed the AI on Cold Hearts. Is a walk in the park, the Fire Knight, with this sort of teams. I'm running 2 Cold Hearts on my own team as well. How you see, we got that down. And even if the boss will get to slam us with the shield, we have the shield from Blind Seer, or she can revive quick the whole team, and that's gonna be amazing. That's why we have her on Relentless as well. We are not getting any heals from her, but the shield is what helps the team, and that block damage from the revive. Plus she has decreased turn meter on her A1, which is amazing as well. So honestly, I think any sort of team, budget teams, not super end game, that they go around 2 minutes on the Fire Knight, are great, honestly. 1 minute 59, and we got a piece of Savage. Speed and attack, unfortunately, is not a great piece, but he can now farm Fire Knight on 100% win rate on a decent amount of time. So throw on that auto clicker and keep on going. So that's the Fire Knight team right there. Then let's give it a go in the Ice Golem. So talking about Phoenix here, the reason I haven't gave him accuracy, okay? Well, it's gonna take us a while to kill the first wave. Royal Guard will have to use his AoE skill. Phoenix is gonna use his A2 as well. Then we're gonna have to make another rotation probably to hit the rest of the waves that are standing. They're not that powerful. They're pretty squishy actually. The first wave. So by the time we're gonna get to the second wave, and the champions, the hounds, they're gonna start buffing with reflect damage, he's not gonna have the time to decrease the cooldown of his skill, of his A2, to land those block buffs on the enemy team. So it's honestly no point in running it like that. So I'm gonna let it run and you guys can see. So we're running Sile of the Drakes here, Royal Guard, Phoenix, Stag Knight, and Blind Seer. 2 revivers. We do need a healer next to Blind Seer. And we need quite a bit of damage to be able to take it down in like 2 minutes. We don't want to stay like 3 minutes plus on this team. So how you guys can see, we got that down. So here the Hounds, they're gonna get to buff before my Phoenix is gonna get to use his A2 again. But he deals a ton of damage, guys. You see? So they're gonna buff before he's gonna go, you see? So no point in running accuracy in the hope that he's gonna use his A2 like he just did now. Unless you're giving him like 30 more speed. If you're able to do that, of course. With the gear we had, we were not able to do that, but that's the reason I built him the way I did. Phoenix is an extremely powerful champion here. If you're not running a fast farming team for this dungeon, block revive there is actually gonna help us to wreck this boss. Almost there as well. If we had attack up, he was gonna do it without a problem. So how I said, if you really want to see what Phoenix can do, make sure you check out the Phoenix guide I have on it, guys. You're gonna love it. He can deal a ton of damage on clan boss as well, and in a lot of other places. Good for arena as well. He can actually block revive from counter attacking, from ally attack. So he can have a pretty decent use. Okay, so this will be on the margin of around 2 minutes. We actually tried quite a few different teams here, different support champions, with Royal Guard, without Royal Guard, but without Royal Guard was around 3 minutes, because we just didn't have enough DPS to take the boss down quick enough, you know. This is a very nasty dungeon though. If you don't have the right champions, this boss ignores defense, so he's just gonna slam your whole team, especially if the minions, they get to stay alive. How you guys can see, Phoenix blocked the revive on both of them, so from here on, the boss can't really hurt us anymore. Even if you only block the revive on one, is more than enough, honestly. Sile of the Drakes, super strong, how I said. A lot of heals from her, so she healed for a lot. Royal Guard dealt 1.9 million damage AoE. Phoenix 1.4 million damage. So super strong. That's our Ice Golem team that we've done, guys. Again, best time was over 3 minutes. We took it down to 1 minute and 59 seconds. So it's in between 1 minute, 2 minutes and 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I think is a pretty good team for the teams we have here. The way we build them, the gear we have. And the last one is the dragon, guys. Again, this was 2 minutes and 30 seconds, 2 minutes and 20 seconds best time. We took it down to 1 minute and 32 seconds with only one run. I haven't done more than one. And that's the team right here. Tyrell as lead, Royal Guard, Sile of the Drakes, Frozen Banshee, and Kael. And how I explained you, you're gonna see the ads are gonna target Frozen Banshee. Because she has the lowest HP, they're not gonna worry about Kael, so Kael can stay alive and pump up more damage. If these ones, they'll manage to get a turn. They might not. Okay. So 30 seconds and we almost done with the second wave here. Seems like this time around they won't be getting a chance to hit us actually, which is good. I'm definitely not complaining about that. Okay, and from here on she's gonna land the poisons. Royal Guard, Kael, Tyrell, they're gonna do the damage. Sile is gonna give us the heal to make sure she's keeping them alive, or revive if we need to revive anyone. We got defense down, we got attack down, so everything is running pretty smooth here. I reckon this team is gonna average in around 1 minute and 20 seconds up to 2 minutes tops, which again is a pretty good improvement. 100% win rate, so we cannot really complain about this one either. I think with the gear we had, and considering that we had to build so many champions, I think we've done a pretty good job. 1 minute and 33, so 1 second more than the best time we got with it. And we got a pretty decent shield here. But yeah, guys, these are the teams we've built for the dungeons. Hopefully you guys got an idea on how to improve your teams, of some sort of strategies, what champions to use. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't you guys think that this is like the luckiest account in terms of legendary? Like, tell me about that, please. I want to know what you guys think about it. Appreciate you all guys watching. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe for more content, turn on notifications to see when we upload next, and I'll see you all soon on another video. Till then, peace out.